Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope will blast Grace for scamming Liam. Hope's going to rage over Grace faking Liam's excrescence and altering his meds. Grace into a horrible corner as Finn eventually realizes what she's been hiding. Grace will scramble to keep effects between them. Finn will refuse to cover for her. It looks like Finn will gather enough information to discover that Liam's inoperable brain mass no way really was. Once Finn confronts Grace, she'll eventually make an admission of guilt and slip the whole unattractive story. Grace may confess that due to debts she owes, maybe because of Dr. Reese's past miscalculations, she had to come up with some cash presto. All signs point to Grace using reviews from another case to make Liam believe he'd a fatal brain excrescence. Grace supposedly gave Liam drug that would trick him into allowing his excrescence was getting worse. The final phase of the scheme involved a completely bogus procedure that Bill paid $1 million for. Now Finn's going to take Grace with him to Bill's manse and demand that she confess all this to Liam, too. Hope will be visiting Liam when Finn and Grace arrive, so she'll have a front row seat to Grace's shocking interpretation of events. Although Grace may be repentant and offer plenitude of defenses, none of them will be good enough for Hope. You can go that Hope's going to unleash her fury over Grace's crooked manipulation. Hope may ask what kind of person makes a man and those closest to him suppose he's dying, especially a croaker. Who's pledged to do no detriment? Grace may contend that Liam was no way in any real peril, but Hope may differ since she put him through that dummy procedure when he was recovering from a projectile crack. Liam surely didn't need to be leaving the sanitarium and putting his recovery at threat. It was all completely gratuitous since Liam didn't have a brain excrescence that demanded to be removed at all. Hope will want to address the atrocity of making Liam believe he was going to leave two grieving little girls behind. Hope and Steffi were formerly allowing about what they were going to tell Beth and Kelly about their dying pater. Although Hope will remain relieved that Liam isn't actually facing a grim fate, she'll put Grace on full blast for this agony of a scheme and the suffering it's caused. That goes for Hope, Steffi, Liam and now Bill, who just paid $1 million for nothing. Finn interrogated a nervous Grace while Eric had a good reason to sweat Brooke and Nick's engagement was imminent. At the hostel, Eric gave Ridge another drive to choose Burke over Taylor. Eric played Brooke up as Ridge's true love and felt his son had overreacted to her taking the CEO position, which was about guarding the company. Ridge ultimately stopped by Brooke's suite to talk to her, but she couldn't hear him knocking and calling out since she had headphones on. When Eric went for a perambulation, he saw Nick near the water holding an engagement ring for Brooke. That was enough to make Eric's eyes bug out and leave him looking panicked. Eric rushed to Brooke's room and advised her not to let Nick take advantage of her vulnerability, but she left to meet Nick anyway. Once Brooke and Nick connected via textbook about the position, she awaited for him and recalled better days in Italy with Ridge. After Brooke snapped back to the present, she was surprised to see Ridge had set up her. Katie dropped by the Forrester manse looking for Donna Logan and set up Taylor rather. Although Taylor prognosticated that Brooke could come home engaged to Nick, Katie easily felt that was wishful thinking. Bridget came to Finn's office, where he verified he still hadn't been suitable to get in touch with Grace about Liam's strange surgery news. Finn was determined to speak with Grace moment and got his chance when he spotted her walking by. After Finn called out to Grace, she reluctantly entered and suggested she'd been super busy. Although Finn and Bridget had questions about Liam's miraculous procedure, Grace kept effects vague and acted like she didn't have time to offer updates. Grace eventually pushed Finn to trust her and left in a hurry. Grace wouldn't get down with all her falsehoods for much longer. Lee takes leave from the sanitarium to watch for Luna. Finn explains that Steffi left city. Plus, Nick proposes in Italy. Eric, Ridge and Burke arrive at the hostel. They toast, and Eric declares let the magic of Italy begin. As they peer out at the water, Ridge notices a maroon boat. Brooke takes a picture of them all together, also Ridge storms out. Eric has a job for Ginge. We might recall that Ginge appeared several months ago as RJ Nonage friend and Forrester Creations intern. Over at the harbor, Nick's boat is still being worked on. The shipment has commodity important planned. Nick has an engagement ring box. Nick surprises Brooke and hopes she'll make time for him. As they kiss, Eric frowns. Donna and Taylor talk. The brunette prodigies if Nick will end up crashing the party. They take a walk down memory lane and bandy when they first met Nick. Taylor prodigies if Nick and Brooke have a future together. Donna says perhaps, but Brooke will only be happy with one man. Of course, Donna is pertaining to Brooke's fortune, Waffle King Ridge. Since Ridge is no longer on the request, Taylor suggests Donna get on board with Nick and Brooke. Lee explains to Finn that she's taking a leave of absence. Finn knows his mama loves working too much. What's really going on? Lee needs to take some time, and it's been time since she's taken a break. Finn brings up Steffi going out of city with the kiddies for a while. The youngish croaker tells his mama that he really misses Steffi. Lee isn't sure if she's leaving city or not. Finn looks upset, but his mama reassures him. She insists that she really just needs time to reuse everything that's happened. Also, she suddenly has to take care of commodity and rushes off. Lee unpacks medical outfit. The croaker checks the 4 and the case's vitals. The case just happens to be Luna. Ridge will eventually realize that Eric is right when he reunites with Brooke. Electra will consider a new job and Lee Finnegan's rearmost secret case is revealed. Sheila believes that her granddaughter, Luna, is dead and she wants to say goodbye. As Sheila discusses this with Lee, she'll be shut down. Sheila has no idea that Luna survived and Lee has kept that a secret from everyone. We will see Lee nursing Luna back to health. Electra will consider another job. Of course, Electra also believes that Luna can no longer hang her. Should Electra move on as a fashion model as well as a jewelry developer? Electra clearly has the aesthetics for a model. Will she expand her career into another direction? Is Electra ready to put herself out there after the deep fake reproach? Ridge and Brooke will start off having a good time in Italy. Ridge and Brooke will take a boat lift that's veritably pleasurable. Ridge doesn't want Brooke spending time with Nick, indeed, though Ridge is still committed to Taylor. Brooke will get frenetic and take off with Nick on a boat lift as well. Nick and Brooke will partake some romantic moments along with a marriage offer. Unfortunately, this trip will take a dramatic turn and Brooke ends up in an accident. Look for Ridge to drop everything and run to Brooke's deliverance. Brooke will come near to drowning, but Ridge will be her idol and save her in the end. This accident will give Ridge the drive he needs to reunite with Brooke. Of course, Eric has been telling him for months that he needs to follow his heart and make effects right. By the end of this trip, Nick will be out picture and so will Taylor, indeed, though she doesn't know that yet. How is Ridge going to break the news to her? Will Taylor eventually see the verity about Ridge? Luna will recapture knowledge and questions Lee's conduct. Lee is hiding Luna to keep her from going to captivity. Can Luna change as Lee believes she can? Carter will find himself drawn to Daphne. As Hope and Daphne's contest heats up, will Carter end up in Daphne's bed? Eric, Brooke and Ridge arrive and are amazed by the beauty of the area. Nick is also in Italy but trying to get to his cherished Brooke. Taylor tells Donna the Forrester crew has arrived in Italy. They both miss their men. Finn spots Lee in the hallway with a box from her office as she's taking a leave of absence. Finn can't imagine why, but Lee says she's stepping back because of their recent family trauma. Lee returns home and unpacks sanitarium inventories. She pulls back a curtain to reveal an unconscious Luna.